Oh, all I gotta say is I can't fucking believe this. I can't believe this bullshit. Let me just get my thumbnail situated and we're gonna go and talk about this retard one, probably the last time. Because YouTube failed. That's right, they failed. Again. Where's my thumbnail? Where is it? Because this is some... I can't believe YouTube sided with Quantum TV. So they basically smacked everyone in the face to defend basically some scumbag, a snake oil salesman at best for the community. Man, I almost don't want to look at this video, but I know I'm gonna have to because this is what you call a failure, big time failure. And you know what? Since I'm not afraid, I'm going to debunk this guy personally. So it's almost done being shared around. I just can't believe this shit. The Act Man showed sufficient evidence against Quantum TV. I don't see how either YouTube is just being that fucking lazy or they're not doing their job. And that's just the God honest truth. I think it's the merrier. They're not doing their fucking jobs. Because it's like, and there was proof that he was ban evading and he deleted evidence. So YouTube has already sided with giving bad behaviors a pass. Because there's been people who have been taken off YouTube for less. And he's done so much more, but received very little. If at all, nothing happened to him. I got one more spot to share my link. So, moment. Okay. So, this video is the Act Man and friends failed at malicious termination efforts against Quantum TV. The shit it wasn't malicious. Karen TV over here, Quantum Karen over here, or Kim Jong Quantum is just, he gets away scot-free. He says this is not to antagonize. Bro, you are antagonizing everybody. You know what you're doing.
Over the last few months, I've been getting slandered and malicious.
It's not slandered. They were all constructive criticism and comedy based, falling under fair use.
Attacked by the audience of Review Tech USA, the Act Man, Mischief, and a few other YouTubers.
The majority of them wasn't their audience. Of course, their audience had something to say, but he's categorizing all of you, just like he did with the Elden Ring community. People had issues with him that weren't fans of Elden Ring, but thanks to him, they became fans of Elden Ring. And almost a twist of fate, he helped elevate fucking Elden Ring. Hold on a second, I think someone's knocking me. I'm sorry. But yeah, like Osmond Gold, Review Tech, Act Man, Mischief. More people have covered him because he's admitted this, not admitted, but he's taken the Streisand effect to its maximum potential. I mean, I swear, he went to the hyperbolic time chamber of the Streisand effect.
YouTubers who wanted to run with the line, Quantum TV is a copyright abuser.
It wasn't running with the line. There was proof that you were attempting to. You even exposed yourself. I mean, I wonder what is in that fucking dome of his. I don't think there's anything in there. I think there's just a single walnut, and if you flick his head, you're gonna fucking hear a...
They've really been playing heavy into that today. YouTube has vindicated Quantum TV.
YouTube is fucking lazy. They vindicate anybody. Okay, here's the thing. The difference with you is, let's just say, let's use EDP and other channels, for example. EDP was caught in the act, basically, of attempting to meet a little, a decoy. You delete evidence. You delete. It says YouTube became heresy. The entire board should be fired. Yes, I put Beatmaster AC in charge of the YouTube board from now on.
Now, they won't come out and directly say that they were wrong and they completely created this slander campaign because they didn't like being told no.
That has nothing to do with what's going on. I swear. Look at him. Look at him. He looks droopy-eyed right there. Forrest Whitaker has an easier time seeing than him, and that man has cataract, by my understanding. No, you idiot. You're just taking YouTube's laziness and inability to be effective and taking it as a W. You do realize your so-called victory is hollow. It's a hollow victory. YouTube is the least of his worries now. I took it ever to the sheriff's office here in our county, and yes, I live in the same county. It's sad that we both live in Florida. Me and this fucking guy right here.
That's exactly what happened, and I'm glad that YouTube finally did the right thing for once. And if we read what YouTube says directly...
For once, they didn't do nothing right here. That's the shit. That's the shit. They did nothing right at all in this situation. Except, you know what's funny? Quantum, if you were in the right, YouTube would have taken down the video. They would have taken down Ackman's video. They didn't. So that's your still little thing right there that you know you can't justify and demand that they take his video down because they said that they won't. His video is fair use. And I don't understand how they say you're not ban-evading when there's evidence of videos that showed it.
Correctly, the most important thing is after reviewing additional YouTube links that you sent us,
I'm going to read this myself. Like I said, yeah. I understand the urgency and appreciate your patience while our specialist team conducted a thorough review of the content you share with us. Bull fucking shit. You didn't do no thorough review. You guys were sliding your fucking feet. After thoroughly reviewing the additional links you sent us, our specialist team did not find any violations of our community content. You know why? Because you guys break your own community guidelines. You guys broke your own community guidelines to defend The Last of Us 2. Regarding your claims of abusive takedown requests, I can also confirm our copyright team reviewed all the details you provided and determined that there were no violations. The copyright submissions made by the other creator were valid, and though they may have been rejected, they were considered a fair request for review, in line with our copyright policy. Whenever a copyright submission is accepted, we give the affected party a chance to submit. No, the fuck you don't. You delete the video first and then have them do it instead of have them do it into, like, I'm already fighting you guys right now because you're battling on me on my episode 3 review of Obi-Wan, which only shows, which is again commentating the part of the Vader thing. So now I have to wait for my video to be visible again because it's blocked, and I don't fucking bow down to them to re-edit my shit. I understand if this is not the outcome you were looking for, but I want to reiterate, our specialist team investigated the claims you shared in our decision. If you would like to schedule a phone call to share additional feedback by your experience on YouTube, then please let us know. But note that our phone call discussion will not change our decision as outlined above. So what's the point of having him get a call? Seriously, what's the point of you letting the Eggman call if you're not going to avert your decision? He manipulated the system to get the win. He has deleted over 11 million views in total. That should tell you something.
Our specialist team did not find any violations of our community guidelines standards. So basically, all that talk of all those other things that you claim that I've done, you're wrong. Remember what?
We weren't wrong, because even people who were outside the situation, then why would people go to review tech from your community? One, you're not even a certified TV, whatever the fuck you want to call it, calibrator. There's been proof that you've attacked other calibrators. You steal people's calibrations and you sell them like a snake oil. So you're a fucking snake oil salesman at best, and you sell calibrations that people could just learn and do for free. Isn't that not scummy and shady as it is? And you went out your way to fucking try to destroy a 16 to 17-year-old YouTuber. And it's funny, you couldn't even get the best of him. He made you look like a fucking clown, Quantum. Oh, Dead Metal. What's that? Tell you what. Hold up. I'm gonna continue listening to. We gotta continue listening to this cancerous moron on screen. What the fucking point?
When I told you all in the beginning, watch YouTube tell you what I already know. There's a
you didn't say anything at all of what YouTube was gonna say or do. You took a lucky fucking guess and said that they were gonna back you up because Susan doesn't like to deal with shit. Okay? He talks down to people. Damn right, he talks down to people. Doesn't like it when people give him shit back. That's the whole thing. The motherfucker doesn't like when shit is given back to him. He's a fragile little bitch with a dome that stormtroopers can hit.
The reason I've been so confident this entire time, and it's
motherfucker, you haven't been confident. You've been scared as shit. Okay? I swear, he's got that fragile ego of EDP without being a pedo. And it's funny how he tried to accuse Rich of being a pedo. Who is this guy? He's Quantum TV. He's the guy that tried to falsely take on the one that Ackman's been battling right now, and the one that called the Ackman's mother. Which again, that broke. I don't understand how he fucking got away with that because he broke two-party consent law. He broke it twice, by my understanding. How in the fuck did you get away with with fucking two-party state breaking two-party consent law? It's like this is baffling. I think this guy is a heavy. What's the word? Like he is a poser. You damn right, he's a poser.
Because I genuinely have proof that I was hacked.
Actually, no, you didn't. You really didn't show proof. You showed maybe a single image that could easily be doctored. And it's funny how later in this video, he admits to go following somebody, but the person he tells you to go get accurate information from is a huge supporter of his. So he wants you to go get information from a biased source. This fucking moron. It's like, damn, does he have a brain in there? Because this is what I imagine what modern fucking cavemen must be. When you shave them down and give them a camera.
B did disavow those tweets, and also
you never disavowed anything. So again, that's a lie.
In addition to that, I don't think you guys know this. YouTube doesn't mediate for off-platform stuff.
Yes, the fuck they do. How do you think they call EDP? Oh my god. I can already feel the anal cancer starting to spread.
So if you have a problem with me, you need to take it up with like Reddit, Discord. They can't be responsible for what happens.
Wait, let's see. Yeah, he did, Rambo. He committed a felony with leaking that phone call. That is a felony. That's a big fucking felony. And how did he not? Like Review Tech said, a grown man thought that calling another person's mother was good social etiquette.
That's on other people's platform, right? That also is a thing. But in addition to that, like, there's so much proof on my end that I've refused.
There is no proof and no bullshit. The reason why you say you can refuse, you're using it as a shield because you have no fucking evidence.
To show you all, because I knew how you would take it.
No, the fuck you didn't. No, the fuck you would not. You're just taking advantage of a situation because YouTube gave you a free pass. You didn't have to make this video. You didn't. You could have just took it and just be like, okay, you know what? Fine. I got nothing to get. You keep responding. You keep giving people reasons to respond. The only reason the situation never died is because of you. You know why? Because let's look. Let me tiny that video. Why? Because you feel this vindicates you right here. Helping the little guy. You're basically manufacturing bullshit to happen to you. So that when it comes your way, you can use it for a donation thinking that it fucking saves you. You kept this bullshit going. Wow, he's just trying to play back. Exactly. He kept the situation going.
And I tested you all. I put out...
Test what? Motherfucker, you are not as smart as you are playing yourself. This motherfucker thinks he's doing 4D chess. When I bet you think this motherfucker can easily get beaten in Mortal Kombat Deception Combat Chest.
Out a little bit of truth here and there. I refuse.
You never fucking panded no kind of truth. That's the thing. You didn't show nothing. And going off your word is as going as off saying that spoiled milk wasn't spoiled a week after its expiration date.
I released the phone call.
Which, that video alone fucking condemns you. Oh my god. That video alone should fucking get you condemned. It's like, can we bring back the firing squad, please? He proved he had faked some of those racist emails. Yes, because his Discords always get leaked. He plots this shit.
Me talking to the act man, being sweet as pumpkin pie to the mother.
Okay, here's another thing. Why did you have to call his mother when you were talking to him on Discord? You had direct communication with him. You just didn't want to hear what he had to say. If it doesn't go your way, you don't want to hear it. You went to his mother. Intimidation by confusion. She was confused. She didn't know what was going on. And of course she's gonna think why is some fucking wacko calling on behalf or try to get to my son through me when she could just communicate. She doesn't know what's going on. Seriously. Shit, if you had called my mother, let's just say we live in the state of Florida, this is gonna be my answer for you. Because one, like, where do you come off? It's like you're that fucking dude that let's see. Wait, Ackman tried to voice call him on Discord twice. I think it was more than twice. I think it was like 3 times. And then I think they also tried Mr. tried to get a hold of him, Tanga tried to get a hold of him, by my understanding. And he ignored the phone calls. And you had to do your own, you had to look up, say, okay, just because his information's on public records, that doesn't give you the right to use it and call it. The same with the golden rule of YouTube. Yeah, you can use YouTube's algorithm to quote, oh no, it's Alex. You could use the algorithm, but you shouldn't do it. Okay, that's the thing that everyone's trying to get through to you, that you shouldn't.
Calling her ma'am, saying, would you please put me in contact with him? I mean no malice. I was
you had communication with him, you mother. This, oh. It's like, does Quantum write a script in every video, even when it comes to defending himself? Because he's just he's gonna, I bet you in my fucking money, he's gonna repeat every single point he has ever made through all his videos. Nothing new, nothing to add on top. He's just going to reiterate his own core defenses, expecting that protects him. His 4 factors of fair use was already dismantled, and yet he still thinks it protects him.
I was genuinely trying to work things out. And you know what they did? They twisted it and said, veiled threats of violence and doxing. I can confirm.
You did dox. To get the information, you had to dox. He's an Inglet.
Quantum is threatening my mother.
No, actually, he's a fucking Diglett from Pokemon. A Diglett.
I would love to know what threat.
Try it, but not from anything he can connect with you. Be safe.
I made specifically number 1.
Yes, the lady is gonna call you a fucking nut because anybody would say that you're a fucking nutcase for calling the mother. And you calling, you did form intimidation. You were passive aggressive. But the problem is, because of a narcissistic asshole that you are, egotistical filth son of a bitch, you can't see that.
And number 2, if you genuinely felt like I was threatening you, why didn't you call the police?
Ackman is not you. He's not stupid. You already lied saying you could. Because one thing, you said you had a private detective going into this. The private detective would tell you not to say anything. That's how you knew you was fucking lying. Okay? And then Ackman is doing the smart thing. If somebody, let's say if he did call the police, why is he going to share that information? Because that's going to give you enough time to cover your tracks. But already YouTube proves that if you delete stuff within the amount of time before they investigate, it swindles your hand clean. You basically use arguments that predators use on to catch a predator.
Why aren't the police involved? I've challenged you multiple times to call the police, and you haven't because you lied. Because you were embarrassed that I called.
Why would he be embarrassed? Motherfucker, anybody would react that way if you call his mother. It's not a form of embarrassment. Not that he called you out properly. If you come into his presence, or if, let's say if you're on his property, and like in Florida, if you were on my fucking property trying to talk to me about this bullshit, easily, Ackman could blast you. Or guess what, Quantum? Let's say if I was in this situation with you, since we both live in Florida, if you came to my fucking door knocking when you could have called, let's say for me, example, on Discord to solve the situation, you come and knock trying to pull your YouTube bullshit. You basically just gave me the license to give you a legal vasectomy. Or what's the other word? Not vasectomy. You gave me the right to basically castrate the fuck out of you. Which I think at this point, since you have a wife, and if you do have a kid, Jesus, why did they allow you to fucking breed? People like you should already be fucking, what is it? Because the last thing we need is more stupid people on you. The fucking wife should have been sterile. Or you should have been incapable of producing fucking stem cells. Or fucking main cells. It goes into this damn situation.
Called your mother. Now, some people might be watching it being like, why'd you even call this mother in the first place? This is a dispute between two men. If you saw other videos I've uploaded, I was receiving all kinds of death threats.
Again, you never showed those death threats. And again, Discord leaks have proven that you have people genuinating or throwing out their information or giving, what is it? Basically, you like to gaslight. That's the word I look for. You like to gaslight. You have people from your community going to gaslight for you.
Black people hanging from trees off of nooses.
Again, that's a fucking lie, which you have. What does Ackman have to... Ackman and all these other people have this. Everybody makes mistakes. Look, everybody has said shit on the internet. I've said shit on the internet. Okay? We've all taken back what we said because we all say things in the heat of the moment, but Mr. whatever the fuck Perfect Pants over here thinks he's Mr. Perfect. I think someone's knocking on the door again. Hold on real quick. That was somebody going into the fridge. Sounds like the door though. The fridge.
Litany of racist crap because of his videos, and they were all in the name of Ackman. Now, I tried to reach out to him because surely no person could be.
And then he reached back out to you, and you rejected it. You ducked him. There's evidence of you avoiding him. This is what. Oh my god. Oh my god. I wonder who failed him. I wonder. This is the product of him of not having a father at home.
This depraved. He surely doesn't know his audience is doing this, but he does know. Because upon finding that out, not only did him and Mischief just kind of allude to the fact that, oh, he could be sending this to himself, their attitude, behavior, but it's just kind of like,
bro, you're nobody to tell people how to act on their fucking behavior because you're no fucking better. Seriously. Who the fuck do you think you are? Are you everyone's parent? Are you trying to parent everyone else because probably you yourself is a failure as a parent? Because I feel bad for whatever kid has to call you their father.
Like twisting everything even further, which let me know that no matter what I said, this was going to constantly turn into paint him as the bad guy. So
it wasn't painted as the bad guy. You did that yourself.
I didn't even try.
You couldn't try. Here's the thing. Everything he uses are fake defenses and fake excuses and fake barriers he's putting up. Because one, he knew he couldn't fight back. So he waited. He waited until he got a little nugget of a chance and waited for YouTube because he was afraid YouTube would have done something to him.
You're going to constantly say whatever you want. I know the truth. And when an unbiased party steps in, I know justice.
YouTube is not an unbiased party. I've heard stupid shit in my life. I've heard stupid shit in my fucking life. But that is the dumbest fucking thing. If Twitter is biased towards certain people, Twitch biased towards certain people, YouTube has damn sure been biased towards other fucking people, Quantum. I guarantee you that. And that's just common knowledge and common sense. Okay? Look what happened to Leafy versus, let's say, what was that channel? Let's use this for example. They would ban Leafy first and defend that bitch Frost from G4. That just tells you. Okay? So you taking YouTube's word or using any YouTube informant defense is really, you're just using fucking paper that you can easily just get smacked right through.
This would be done. And that's exactly what happened here. Let me tell you what YouTube said. Regarding your claims of abusive takedown requests,
that video is not an abusive takedown either. He's not trying to take you down. He turned that video right there is transformative entertainment.
I can also confirm our copyright team reviewed all the details you provided and determined that there were no violations. So, all that.
Because you deleted everything. You did the very thing that Ackman said in that video about you. How can anyone provide content when you actively delete the content? That's basically getting rid of evidence. That if we were doing like outside of YouTube and you committed a crime and you do that very thing, motherfucker, you're tampering with evidence. You're furthering it for yourself. But of course, the internet's the fucking Wild West.
Smoke that Mischief pumped up every single one of you guys' asses.
Don't blame this shit on Mischief. You're just mad that a 16 to 17-year-old made you look bad. That's all it was. He embarrassed you to no fucking end.
Talking about Quantum's a copyright abuser. YouTube in writing told you that you're wrong. And
YouTube's word is as shallow as a puppy's piss puddle.
There was, in fact, no violation. They go on to say the copyright submissions made by the other creator were valid, and though they may have been rejected, they were a fair request for review, in line with our copyright policy.
Wait a minute. So how did you let his stuff go through when he lied in the copyright descriptions, because even Ackman showed it, yet you still didn't take no repercussion back against him. But you'll do it to anyone else. It just...
See, whenever a copyright submission is accepted, we give the affected party a chance to submit a counter notification. I understand this is not the outcome you were looking for, but I want to reiterate that our specialist team investigated the claims that you shared and our decision stands. If you would like to schedule a phone call, share additional feedback, thoughts on your experience with YouTube, then please let me know. But note, our phone call discussion will not change the decision as outlined.
I'd love to see him play some Scum or Daisy. They would bury him. Man, the motherfucker says that Injustice 2 is one of his hardest games. He's a fucking scrub. He's a fucking scrub. He could lose to anybody. My fucking nephew, my 8-year-old nephew could beat him. With Leonardo.
And above. So what this basically means is YouTube told you about yourself. You basically went on the...
YouTube didn't tell you. Look, nobody takes YouTube's word. That's the shit. You're using basically a hollow... You're using a fucking hollow wooden shield to protect you.
Platform, you said, behind all your fans and all your reputation, I will get your channel taken down. That's what you said. That video has like over 1 million views on it. I know you must be very embarrassed that you couldn't get the job done, neither could...
The problem is, he's not embarrassed. Nobody is siding with you. Everybody still sides with the admin because they know he's in the right. This is, again, something you don't seem to understand. Okay? Susan Wojcicki doesn't make YouTube. The people that expose you are what make YouTube. And the whole entirety of YouTube is against you. I don't know where. And besides, your fucking minute audience doesn't count as defenses either. Okay? Because they're just as gullible and retarded as you.
Review Text USA with his YouTube contacts apparently, and all the other people with their YouTube contacts that you guys have to understand, you are just users. You do not have the power to snap your fingers and point to YouTube and stick.
The thing is, you're just a user too, but you abuse your fucking power and expect YouTube to do shit for you. Stupid bastard.
On creators you don't like. This concept is something you're not understanding. YouTube is telling you you're wrong.
YouTube is wrong 80% to 90% of the time. So again, you're using hollow words or something hollow to defend yourself.
Say I'm a copyright abuser all you want.
Wait, it says, if you met us face to face, we would run. You're damn right. No one's made a fucking video defending this crackhead. Like, where does he think people are defending him from? I really look. We need to do a local dissection. I need a doctor, a mad doctor of Asian descent to go into this guy's mind and scalpel dissection to see how big the brain is, because I bet you anything, it's about as big, and this is being generous, as my iPod's case.
The company made those policies. You're on the YouTube platform now, and they told you, no, there are no violations, and that was fair what he did. What more do you need? You can slander me all you want, but
no one is slandering you. That's the problem. You are a black Karen. That's all I'm gonna say. It right fucking is. You are a black male Karen. Okay? You cry racism. You cry suppression. You cry about every fucking thing. Okay? Like, seriously, in the way you praise yourself as a fucking Christian, I'm surprised you have a fucking wife. Because you yourself would seem like you're scared of fucking pussy with the way you act.
YouTube has spoken. This is like officially YouTube. So upon complete and total defeat, you'd think they'd be like, I apologize,
Nobody was defeated. That's the thing. This is more of a stalemate, if anything. And knowing you're not going to shut the fuck up about it. You're going to keep it going because, again, you think having this right here, donating, you're going to fuel everybody and continue to gaslight, because without this situation, you wouldn't have gotten the attention you received outside the TV community. If it wasn't for Ackman and us, unfortunately, any of us, we are making you who you are now. Plain and simple. Oh shit. Hold up. I got an important message from our Asian sensation, the Mad Kioma. Let me just pull this up. You guys don't see it, obviously, because I got you on the other screen. Okay, there we go. I sent him a StreamYard link.
I was wrong. I genuinely thought, man, I thought he actually copyright abused, but he didn't. So to be fair, YouTube has spoken and investigated, so I'll let it go. They can't let it go. So they're all making their videos now, and they'll continue to make them.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit, my ass. Fuck the Chinese and their little fucking virus they gave me.
So, is this video content not doing gaslight? He's trying to gaslight the community because he said that, he's taking YouTube's word as his all-out defense.
You want to know something ironically funny?
What?
Look what he has on the side as a fundraiser. He thinks
I know
helping puppies is going to help save his career.
I'm going to run to the kitchen. Okay, you explain, because you know a lot about what he's done specifically, like the internal rules. I covered some of it already, but I said it best. He's a black YouTube Karen. That's all he is.
Okay.
And of course, Karens get defenses. He's acting like a woman. So you fully give him some shit while because I.
For one, Quantum, having a fundraiser to puppies isn't going to help you that much. I mean, puppies Really? Puppies? 2, I mean, running someone's mother for help when, it's a small YouTube beef, that's real petty. The fact that you've gotten around through so many different alt accounts is incredibly stupid because, for one, YouTube should be able to track those alt accounts for one main account. Because if you have a secondary account, it's usually tied to your main account. So technically, if he has used alt accounts like Rich said, if YouTube actually gave a damn, they would track his hub account, which is Quantum TV right here, and then backtrack it and then see how many accounts he has through his email account if he's using Gmail. There's that. I have yet to see many people try to defend this guy. Plus, his followers are a cult. He's a perfect example for rules for thee, but not for me. Waiting for a little comment.
This is some certified bullshit.
Yes, it is. I was just telling him how YouTube's if Rich pointed this out, if YouTube gave a damn, they would have gone to his hub account, which is tied to this account, Quantum TV, and if you have any alt accounts tied to that account, they would just terminate all the channels at one time.
And he said that YouTube doesn't mitigate outside stuff. Yes, they do. How do you think they got EDP on everything? You answer that. I got to mute real quick. I got a phone call.
Mediate outside rules. Dude, we can't say certain buzzwords here on YouTube without them coming after down our throats. That's a prime example. I mean, if we say certain buzzwords, your stream will usually glitch or something real quick and stop and then come back on. Like, I don't know. They don't like you talking about the CIA. Shit. But yes, Quantum, you shouldn't be rubbing this shit in. It will backfire heavily. Now, I'm going to mute myself for just a few minutes. I think the chair got John. Oh, Chair Sama. Hey, Mr. Gamer, how you doing? Glad to see you enter the stream. Gee, everyone, I think that something's gotten John. What the hell got him? Even though I'm fighting a stupid whatever I am. So who finds it funny that he has a fundraiser for puppies? Yeah, I bet a lot of them did, Mr. Gamer. But like I said, if you could, YouTube used to track your accounts and stuff like that. Finally,
What happened?
there you are. Woo! I was wondering where you at.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. Quantum thinks that he has defense because he feels YouTube's protecting him. No, YouTube's just being lazy. They don't investigate anything. They just go initially by what they see, and they say, oh, thorough investigation. Just because you can make it sound pretty doesn't mean you actually did it.
I'd hate to say this to you, Quantum, your days are numbered. Woke culture is dying.
Big time.
No, I literally just did an analytical look into it with a few things. Amber Heard
He
thing
is.
was
Johnny
like a
won.
massive, killed the Me Too movement completely. And she's
Mhm.
broke forever because she got paid Johnny back for about 30 years of down payments.
Around
And,
fucking
oh, hold on.
crazy
He can't
crap.
hide behind that organization either.
Which is fun. That's what's funny.
Because didn't he go after someone of the same ethnicality?
Yeah.
So he can't use that card.
And so here's the thing. He is, again, the epitome of rules for thee and not for me.
Mm-hmm.
Who is this Jamie Foxx looking guy? I don't know, but Jamie Foxx being Electro, the nerdy version, was a better output than this.
Oh my God, it's minus 8 million.
Oh my God.
She's gonna pay him 8 million.
Oh yeah, and side note, I'm just gonna put it in chat.
What did she put in chat?
Oh, I'm just breaking the news to Kage.
Oh, but it's freaking Akuma. What the hell is Kage supposed to do? It's a demon.
I mean, Jacob survived against David, even though he lost. He survived against Devil Jin.
Yeah, but Devil Jin's kind of a humanish.
What gets me is like Act-Man basically goes full on Karen.
This nigga's the last one that needs to be talking Karen. And you know what? I just fucking said it, and I don't care.
Did he just call him Act-Man a Karen when you yourself are acting like a Karen?
And I know, here's the thing. I know what I just said. You know why? Because you saw my family, Keo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the lightest one, but I still just... they're all... One of them's blacker than him.
Oh, yes. And you guys were drunk.
And
or they were drunk and you were messed
their
up because of...
And mind you, they're biological blood.
Mm-hmm.
Saying,
yeah, you were messed up with what I'm suffering right now.
For the most part, in this response on Twitter where he goes, I'm going to use...
What? She's a celebrity
whoa.
with a peasant salary. And look what Ackman put. He said he's going to use YouTube's own guidelines and throw it at them. Yes. Use that one. I'm busy. You have to bounce. Let's see. He's going to use. He did his homework. And this thing, Ackman didn't misinterpret facts.
Actman followed every policy guideline to the book.
Yeah, and
here's the kicker, Quantum. He hasn't contacted you legalese through legalese land. He's only doing things by the book.
Quantum broke two-party consent law twice.
So Actman, by very definition, has the right to report things through the legalese, although that costs money, you know.
But here's the thing. Here's the kicker about the legal part. Remember when Quantum said, "Oh, I got a private investigator doing this"? What will the private investigator tell you to do?
Shut the hell up! You already broke the law.
And Ackman, knowing him, he would allude that he already alluded that he did talk to the authorities without blatantly stating it. Because
there's another thing,
huh? Yeah.
Ackman's not dumb. Ackman's probably backed up every video he's had saying incriminating shit.
He said that in the video. Yep. That means YouTube is basically backing a copyright abuser and makes it okay for this kind of shit to happen.
YouTube, you don't want that to go to court.
I did my.
Yeah, YouTube, they need to throw the book at this guy, at fucking Quantum.
My homework, and there can be no misinterpretation of the facts. He has to be banned, otherwise this sets a terrifying precedent.
Quantum, I have a question.
A terrifying
How do you make
precedent.
Rags come out of retirement and Fertenga basically comes semi out of retirement?
You bringing people, and not that he can't disavow all the communities. He's trying to say that all of YouTube defended him. The company defended you, not YouTube itself, the community.
None of the community saved your ass. You don't cult
everybody's against him.
Buddy, you have a cult. And your Discord thing is a clown. You dressed up as a clown.
That you can't just snap your fingers, point YouTube in the direction of somebody you want to destroy, and they, oblige? They give you your fake cancel culture?
None of this was cancel culture. That was the shit.
No, here's the thing. I told you how cancel culture no longer is what it used to be. It's, I explained this last time, I think it's evolved more into massive doxing of your information.
Exactly.
It used to be you could be bombarded by Karens. Nowadays, they just have to send one person with your information.
Yeah. Yeah, he still left my comment up.
Like the world revolves around you. You feel like someone needs to answer to every little talking point you have.
Hey, Quantum, Ackman better made a better quality video than you.
Exactly. 16-year-olds are making quality content than you.
No, Ackman made that Ace Attorney video, which is still fire. That's better quality.
I wonder. He talks about his wife, but he never shows her. This would be the kind of guy Anita Sarkeesian would be with.
Take a look at which ring his ring is on.
That's an engagement spot. That's not a marriage spot.
That's the exact same hand I wear my ring on usually. That's the single spot. You wear that ring if you're single. That's not an engagement spot. The women have the engagement spot there. Okay? Men don't put an engagement spot there. So he, by definition, is basically faking it.
Well, no wonder.
Text up. I genuinely don't care. You can say what you want.
Also,
your freedom of speech on the platform.
Freedom of speech, motherfucker. That's the thing is, you want you to have freedom of speech. You don't want everyone else to have freedom of speech. Am I wrong?
Oh, definitely. I mean, you want to squish smaller people like ants. But it's funny. Every video you have has that fundraiser for puppies. I can't believe. I mean, I think my uncle, the one in North Korea, would like that fundraiser with all those puppies.
Platform. But also, I didn't do anything, and I know I'm good, so I'm confident in just making my videos and doing what I do in my community. Now, again, I don't know you guys from Adam. You guys don't know me from Adam. So please stop pretending to know me and know what I'm all about. Like,
it's okay. Here's the thing. I think he has. You know the movie Split?
Yep.
I think he's the real life version of that guy from Split. Could you ever wonder when it's Quantum trying to explain himself? He's wearing a long shirt, but when he's trying to be malicious, he wears the suit and that blue shirt with the sleeveless or the sleeves cut up to here.
Mm-hmm.
you know, this bullshit you did where you said I threatened your mother with doxing and violence, that was malicious as shit. I released that phone call. If I wanted to threaten your mother,
Damn it. You just admitted to committing a felony.
I shall send the rockets after you.
Did he not just admit to a
Yes,
fucking
he
felony?
did. It's so perfect that I am labeled the Rocket Man with Kim Jong-un's face.
He admitted to a felony publicly. I fucking dare him to come after this video because this punk ass won't. And he thinks Ackman's bad.
Here's the funny thing. Oh, me Rocket Man. If you take me down, I don't want them. That's fine. But here's the funny thing. I would just point blank say, dude, let me interview you. You just admitted you broke the law without having to have the swear on the Bible.
Oh
A
my
cop
God.
would be holding his head in shame, be like, we just got the confession without having to put you in an interrogation room.
damn sure wouldn't call for my real number. I wouldn't have been polite and asked her to put me in contact with you.
He was passive aggressive in the phone calls.
Plus, you should
Yeah, right there. Got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Why has Quantum got to do this when Keo is dying of China virus?
Actually, yes, I am.
I know it's his turn, everybody.
With you, she wouldn't have called me back. There would have been.
My mom calls back whenever an unknown comes. She calls back because by nature you're gonna find out what you want to find out what it's about.
But here's the fucked up part. He recorded it, meaning he had to use third-party software. He goes on about third-party software, but bitch, you used OBS and some third-party software to record that call. Double standards much?
Well, when you got Susan in your corner.
Yep, Mr. Gamer. He just basically signed his confession without having to be given the confession.
He fucked himself.
He gave us a confession of guilt without having to be in the interrogation room and being in the popo room and basically saying, "Are you guilty of this?" He actually admitted it. Ackman, snatch this video.
A lot more happening. A phone call is a very weird way to threaten somebody, and that whole like.
Everyone.
Help!
Look, your hair went all crazy.
What on God's green earth did I just hear?
A confession.
I look like I just stepped out of a 17th century voyage.
Quite literally.
I'm gonna get in the chair in a second.
Like, the call in and of itself is a veiled threat of violence. Like, no, it's not, though. Like, people contact people when they're going through some crazy shit and they can't get in contact. And again, like this.
Did he not talk? Did Ackman not try to get in touch with him on Discord?
Yep.
I'm gonna put this cup safely. I'm gonna put this safely in.
Yep. Mr. M, that's also a breaking of YouTube's violation. They could have got him there. Yep, but we got the admission of guilt.
Now I gotta fix my fucking bed right here because Quantum had to cause a fucking quick moment of retardation in my subconscious.
Hey, at least you didn't have a Kingdom Hearts 2 moment. Imagine if you used that sword like you did on Kingdom Hearts 2.
He says if y'all can recall, he publicly doxed Ninja Clan AV's legal name and gave. Yeah, he did do that. Even Rich, I think Rich had that guy on a review on a live stream.
Yep, if I recall right. Oh, by the way, it says this idiot that no one has had a chance to cover the TikTok thing with EDP.
Yeah, it's almost like Quantum's distraction has given EDP another rise to the internet.
Also, everyone.
Did you just get a gun?
No.
That sounded like
a ton of water to try to stay
That sounded like the cocking of a gun.
If it did,
it did. That's the shit. It sounded like a, and I'm like, the fuck.
If it did, it would be because of EDP trying to adopt a kid.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, everyone. That's a thing too. No one's reported on that either.
He said. Your number
because
was
this idiot, this Jamie Foxx knockoff, as Kage Deer said.
Oh God, he's about to break down how he got the numbers.
Are you kidding me? More admission of guilt?
Yep. Let me bring it back to 710.
Hey, your number was the first public number listed, and I tried to reach you. It was disconnected, so I called your mother. If I really wanted to dox your mother, it would have been very easy, because...
my head...
Yeah, I know, but he has prevalence on TikTok now. He's gained virility and monetization rights on TikTok.
And because of Quantum's bullshit, no one's had a chance to cover that shit. We tried to cover in detail on our sides, but... Hey.
As you know, I have her number. Where have you seen that pop up?
Whoa, Quantum. Don't flex saying you have her number. That's a veiled threat. A semi-veiled one.
No, that's just basically you're announcing that you can reach this person at any time.
Mm-hmm. You want. Indirectly, you're basically saying that. So you've already broken at least 3 YouTube video guidelines.
He's actually the list of guidelines that were broken. He's actually broken, I think, 6 total guidelines, and he's already basically committed a felony twice.
You know, Ricky Law, somebody that's into law, cover this idiot. And just scare him the piss and say, hey, you're going to go to jail. It's sad when YouTubers that are in law have basically said you can go to jail.
That's potential blackmail, yeah.
One of my posts, nowhere. Where have you seen her name pop up? Nowhere. Like I'm not that kind of person, right? And even in the video where I released the surveillance footage of you, I literally or the surveillance call, I literally bleeped out your name, your legal name, to protect.
Well,
the problem is you already committed the call and recorded it. Everything you do doesn't matter.
A judge would just be like, you lose instantly in a court. Case closed. I mean, this would be quicker than Johnny Depp's trial.
Seriously, this will be done in 10 minutes.
Hook, line, sinker. Plus, I don't think this guy can stand 10 minutes in a hot seat.
Nope. He would fold very quickly.
I'm not after doxing anybody, but again, this is the stuff that goes overlooked. Just like in my public statement video, how I disavowed those tweets you guys dug up.
He never fucking disavowed the tweets. You avoided them. That's not disavowing it. Keo, can COVID grow through your asshole?
I don't know.
Can you contract COVID anus?
But the fact that he fakes his marriage is sad enough, and we've never seen his 2 kids.
Wait, I thought he had 1.
Or 1 kid. I don't think he's ever shown any of that. Or his
even,
wife.
Even Rich, when Rich is live streaming, he has to tell his kid, you hear his kids.
Yes, but Quantum, where are your children and your wife? And I just pointed out, by the way, that's a cheap gold band that you're wearing. That's a very common gold band.
kind of touch on, the only reason you dug him up is because you wanted to reach in your back pocket and come hit me with something so terrible and so.
But you did that to Rich and failed.
Awful that I couldn't come back from. You were trying to find something awful about me, not realizing I'm legitimately the victim of both.
Yeah, you're victim. You're victim one. Quantum victim TV. Quantum Karen.
Identity theft, and I'm the victim of being hacked on multiple
Wait,
accounts.
identity theft? No.
Yeah, when?
Plus, by the way, you have admitted it in your Discord server. Heads up, everyone, that he was never hacked.
Yeah, there's emails that show that.
No, in his own damn Discord server, he admits that.
Yeah. Keo's got access to the Discord.
No, I don't. Plausible. I plead the fifth.
Well, I thought you was able to get into that one day. I assumed you still had that ability.
Well, maybe I do. I plead the fifth.
Because here's the thing. You know what should happen? People should go in there and force him. Like, here's the thing. Do what they did to have a server nuked.
No, that's sleeping to his level.
No, it's not. It at least proves that the internet won't tolerate his shit. That's the thing. It'll prove we don't need YouTube to stop you.
Hey, at least Dead Metal knows how to make multiple servers. This idiot keeps it all in one.
Yeah.
Dead Metal, you're smarter than this idiot.
I have to share that kind of personal information with you because you feel like you're important. You're just some guy on YouTube. Like, okay.
Yeah, we all are some guys on YouTube, but we know the moral lines not to cross.
This idea that, keeps getting propagated by review tech.
Oh, yeah. And right now, my review of Obi-Wan Episode 3 is having a dispute. Because it's blocked after 24 hours of being up.
That's why I couldn't see it.
Say, and all these other people, even though I've shown proof that my other channel was never ban evading, they ignore that entirely.
There was videos that showed that your channel was ban evading. And here he's about to bring up a source that says, oh, you could trust this guy. This guy is a known he's going to bring up as a known quantum supporter, so he wants you to get information from a biased source.
Refuse to cover the direct link on Mr. 4K Upscaler's channel proving it. They don't care about that. They also continue with this notion of, like he said, horrible, heinous things. Take every single thing I say out of context. And again,
okay, here's the thing. How is it? Again, it's like he's still trying to cover up the shit that, while publicly Review Tech saw it, and common fucking sense, hackers are not going to take your stuff down. They're going to make it worse.
Yep, they did remove the drama on that channel.
Yeah.
And that's what this is about. You're creating a villain for the sake of creating a villain, and you're leaving no room for balanced and open dialogue.
You have done that yourself.
But there's one mistake.
I think
one flaw.
Most cartoon villains have more layers than you.
He's about to say a flaw. What flaw?
One weak spot in the armor of your plan. You didn't anticipate there being a fair and balanced party.
YouTube is not a fucking fair and balanced party.
YouTube's close to the Wild West.
But the thing is, I've said it before. Twitter beforehand, Twitch is known for doing this, and YouTube is known for being biased for certain creators and not certain creators. And I'm sorry, what protects you from most of the criticism right now is your skin color. That's the sad part.
I mean, look at Ethan Klein. What do you add about the NRA? Just look it up. That normally would have got something terminated.
And they didn't look at all the evidence. That's the shit. Because if they did, how did Ackman again bring out another picture showing the amount of stuff that he has Quantum has legally violated?
On the table, not just from you, but also from me, and then say, hey, listen, we've looked into this entire situation, and you're actually wrong, like really wrong about this guy. Like, you're really wrong. And again, upon hearing that, none of these guys that...
Exactly, he's doing it himself, because every time they say, all right, we're done talking about Quantum, Quantum does something even more stupid to get the attention on him.
Yep.
Why? Because of this right here. This spot right here.
What? The puppies?
That are making these slanderous videos are handling it well at all. They're just, this is a dark day for YouTube when these kinds of people get to stay on the platform. I mean, YouTube doesn't enforce their own policies, but they do.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
And the few times they got it right, it's very little and far between. Because here's the thing. If you were right, Quantum, then they would have went through on the copyright strike and Ackman's video would not be up. That's another thing he doesn't seem to understand.
And they're telling you based off of their investigation on their policies that I've done nothing wrong because I did nothing wrong. But now, if the roles were reversed and you would have gotten your way and I would have gotten terminated, you would have championed YouTube did the right thing and you would have boasted and you would have said,
actually, not really. We would have both still critiqued YouTube saying, well, it's about fucking time you did something right. We wouldn't just give them a glowing thing. We would criticize them while we're like this. Look, we're giving you this amount of credit, but you should be doing things precisely, correctly each time a situation like this, not pick and choose what scenario.
Well, here's the thing. Quantum, you know, I find a better punishment, a suiting punishment. You don't have to be deplatformed. YouTube just has to strip you of all monetization rights.
There you go.
You can stay on the platform, but you can't use fundraisers, super chats, any of those. You're stripped of any of those kind of rights.
said Quantum got what he deserved. I took him down. You would have been the worst.
Is that not a fair compromise, everyone?
You know what's funny? Quantum, I bet you the reason why he's doing this, because he's mad that even if, let's say, at the end of the day, even though Ackman, let's say if Ackman was able to get him down, the credit would still go to Mischief because Mischief was the first one to expose him. So Quantum is just gaslighting because he didn't.
Also, bullying of a minor.
Here's the thing. He's just pissed off. Inside, he's pissed off that a 16 to 17-year-old outmanned him in a situation.
But here I am, just literally, even now that I know, like, you lost, I'm not here antagonizing your taunting.
Yes, you are.
Your video was antagonistic. You don't understand. The moment you made this video, it was solidified antagonistic. And look at the title. That's antagonistic. Even if it's worded properly or worded in a non-defamatory manner.
He's using framing.
I'm here literally just saying, hey, listen, what y'all did was some total bullshit. You labeled me a copyright abuser because I used YouTube's tools correctly, which YouTube now confirms there was no abuse, okay? I mean, fuck. I mean, I could go down every list of every talking point. There's no point in doing that. I think personally, as creators, you should reinvent yourself. Do something.
Don't fuck you. He's gonna pull the look of yourself in the mirror. Motherfucker, you should not talk. He should not fucking talk.
Something fun. If you want to be a tech reviewer, review tech. If you want to do gaming, do gaming. Don't be toxic like this. This isn't healthy or normal. Now, one last.
I think my migraine's coming back. Just hearing this idiot logic.
My soul left for a second.
Last thing I want to touch on. Review Tech USA loves to say things like, "Oh, he calls me a pedo," and it's not.
Then what's funny? Here's the thing, Quantum. I'm gonna call you out as being a little bitch right now. Then here's the thing. Review Tech called you out before Actman did. Why did you decide to do this to Actman but not to fucking Rich? Because Rich would have ate your ass alive. That's what it is. You know Rich would eat your ass alive.
Almost zero beat.
Zero.
Oh, that's slander. I arrived.
It is slander, and you made a poor connection. Here's the thing. You're trying to make it seem like, let's say, you're going to use this kind of logic. We all know what happened during the Kick Vic situation with Monica Rial and all the other voice actors. But here's the thing. You can like the license and the property and the characters. You don't have to like the person that's behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Rich only watches Vosh because what Vosh's say makes him laugh, but he doesn't support all of Vosh's ideals. Yeah, and then you tried to do this to Griffin and you failed.
to that conclusion after you saying you
How
are
the hell did Griffin not
a
nail
big
his
guy
ass?
who says the age of consent should be lower for.
All right, because what
Okay, everyone, hold on. I can explain this here. Vosh, I believe, was a political commentator, if I recall right. Correct?
Yeah.
So by political commentator, and also if we're talking about age of consent, younger people, do you remember other cultures? We talked about that one in my Frank Knight video. Other cultures have that. But he's a political commentator. Let me finish. Political commentators cover icky, sticky subjects like this. A normie like you will take it. You're clearly taking context, cherry picking. For all we know, Vosh had more points in here because you don't even let us hear Vosh's voice.
Just a single screenshot of what Vosh said when there was more to it, by my understanding.
Yep, and they don't hear what Vosh said. So that is falsely framing the narrative. I mean, if Vosh wanted to, he just I think made a freaking a commentary worked on a commentary of the Daily Wire. I mean, Vosh has money to take your ass to court for defamatory.
Vosh would easily smash fucking Quantum. Even though here's the thing, Vosh ain't. I don't know nothing about him except for what the situation brought. But at least when I looked into it, I was like, by my understanding, Vosh does this on purpose. He triggers both sides because it gets views.
Oh yeah, his views are very flippy, but he does it also to raise points and also can be wrong at the same time as well.
Yeah.
But at least, but the problem is with what he puts here, you can clearly say that's not all of it. It's been cut up. See, there's the little line there that scrolls down on the little probably Discord thing that he got. So there was more to this little text here. You're purposely cutting out and framing it,
framing it differently, yeah.
For children, and then goes on video and says that child pornography should be legalized to be what.
Okay, that was never true. I've never seen that in anything that I've looked into. That thing about what Vosh, like what Rich tried to say, that was being accused of. No, Vosh never fucking said that because I would have long since brought that up.
What Vosh was probably counting on, and he framed it completely different.
Yeah,
he was probably talking about how child pornography is legal in other states, other countries. Have different age and consents, and it could be considered child pornography.
I'm pretty sure that's what he was doing. But of course, Kim Jong Quantum don't see it that way.
Mm-hmm. I'd give you all that one.
Consistent because we have slave labor and all this other outlandish stuff, and then you all defend it saying it was an edgy take.
You clearly have no sense of fucking humor. Then
slave labor. Really?
No, he has, because the thing, he calls all the stuff that everyone does, he's trying to claim it up there, because you know how what we consider is edgy humor or borderline and all that kind of shit, but he even tries to make it seem like that's bad. Like, how is that bad?
You guys have a nasty habit when your boys and your friends get caught doing crap like mischief with the George Floyd post.
Everyone, him putting this here is intentionally meant to trigger audiences. This is again a framing narrative trick.
Exactly. Here's the thing: Mischief, even because the good thing about Mischief always knows what to say. Like Mischief can easily vindicates himself whenever he gets accused of something that I've noticed, which is good. He always comes and he always, speaks properly about it, and he doesn't turn it into a shit show. He says, "Oh no, a 14-year-old me made an edgy joke. Get over yourself. I'm not calling for the mass murder of LGBT, anything like what Quantum did." Yeah, because here's the thing. He made a joke saying, and it's Discord. Everybody makes edgy jokes in Discord. Well, I forgot. Quantum's Discord is as fucking, how is it? As bland as Flanders from Simpsons.
Oh, God.
Seriously. Karen Tom, speak to the manager. Can Karen Quantum speak to your manager, please? I mean, this is normal behavior for 14-year-olds or 15-year-olds.
Okay, here's the thing.
Quantum. And that tweet's 2 years old.
Here's a dumb thing, Quantum. You're using, again, out-of-date things to help fit your narrative when you yourself went in publicly on a live stream with the Florida thing that you're aware of, which is far worse. And by the way, I'm aware you're anti that acronym, and God forbid if that acronym came after you.
And then he tried to say which weaponized that community. No, he didn't.
Imagine if that community
Like,
actually came after him.
Which I might not agree with a lot of things, but I don't agree that Quantum freaking put a picture of a gay LTB activist being kneed in the back at a protest. That's like the same thing that people are trying to say, oh, keep that same energy, Mischief, if you're doing it to Quantum. Quantum long since did that during the time of Last of Us 2, which is before this.
Oh, yeah.
Act Man with this racist stuff that he's posted.
Those are years ago. And unlike you, he did come out. Everybody, like I said, makes mistakes on YouTube, and we've disavowed things we said you did not. And you're trying to say, oh, even if you disavow it, it doesn't matter.
By the way, let me point something out. This trick here that Quantum is using is an old canceled trick, which is mass information.
What about he's using
Star Wars?
He's using whataboutism.
You remember the one guy with the solo movie? They dug up all his old tweets from like when he was like 15 years ago or something when the platform first came out.
Yeah,
and said all that edge stuff, and then use it against him. He's doing the same thing.
And telling people to kill themselves and all that stuff. You guys have a really nasty habit. Review Tech
God, Quantum, update your tactics.
Here's the thing. Hold up. He zoomed past this a little bit. I need to see the tongue.
To kill themselves and all that stuff. You guys have a really nasty habit. Review Tech USA.
Yes, these are awful tweets, but the difference is the Ackman apologized for them. He didn't deflect and use whataboutism. That's the difference.
Of saying, I apologized and Quantum hasn't, and that's the difference.
But god damn it, I couldn't even see that fucking part. He scrolls to shit.
Because he's speeding it up on purpose.
Quantum found his new chew toy, and I think it's safe to say that he'll try to cancel the Ackman for these tweets, which he's apologized and disavowed for more than 4 times.
And that's the difference. You have a really bad habit of doing that because, again, after an investigation, YouTube getting all the facts about those claims that you made against
YouTube using facts. That's a joke, Quantum.
me.
I guarantee you, YouTube didn't even look into it. They're just supposed to take it out of what's all going on in the real world right now.
Have fun, keep being jerks if you want, but like I genuinely think it's unhealthy at this point. You guys should let it go, move on, and just be.
The thing is, anybody can make content, even if it's about you. You just got to deal with it, motherfucker. You're free real estate.
Creators, like you're making the platform a terrible place for others.
Motherfucker, you just basically opened the floodgates for more people to do what you did. You're going to be the cause of a fucking dark renaissance.
With this kind of cancel, I'm glad YouTube saw right through it. Hey, if you want to follow all my videos and you want to watch everything I do, hey, enjoy the TV content. Peace.
You don't even review TVs properly.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Even real calibrator channels have called him out saying, dude, you're not a professional calibrator. What do you do? Oh, yeah, we got to look at, I wanted to bring up Rich's video. Speak of the devil. It pulls it up for me.
You swear to care so much about harassment.
Look, at least Rich doesn't put a fake fundraiser on there.
Quantum TV has done, and he is still.
What?
At least Rich doesn't put a fundraiser for
puppies.
Puppies.
Hey, YouTube. You swear to care so much about harassment. We have documented the things that Quantum TV has done, and he is still doing. I have a link below to a video where he is slandering me in the description, and you still choose to do nothing. Let's get into it. Skip it up and that up. So I'm not going into the whole Quantum TV saga. It started out as him having an Elden Ring review that people disagreed with, and because he doesn't like when people don't like his takes, it snowballed out of proportion. He put up false copyright claims on videos that they used his content and were fair use. Then he went on to say a whole bunch of other colorful things, and then people dug into his past and realized that he's a very terrible guy who even on YouTube has said insane things, and he has no problem lying to ruin someone's reputation like he did to me, to get his way because he has to be right. He has a fragile ego and has to be right about everything. He's a YouTuber, Quantum TV, and he is a...
There's an old saying, don't throw rocks at...
hates drama
and
says that what people are doing to him is wrong, which is nothing more than criticism, at least coming from me, but he has no problem criticizing other people to the point where he's lying about them, like HD TV Test, where he had an entire playlist dedicated to him using his footage, which is fine, but that's the same thing he cries about with other people. While you're using my intellectual property, I'm just going to have to flag your video, which is a nice excuse because you hurt my feelings and I have a fragile ego. So, you know, I don't even know if you could say
intellectual property is
just a
face.
narcissist and he doesn't want anyone speaking negatively about him. I have proven that time and time again on this channel. You could check below. There is a playlist of the whole Quantum TV saga that I have. Also check out the Ackman's videos, Mischief's videos. There's a whole bunch of other YouTubers out there that have documented the insanity of Quantum.
Yeah, that's correct.
Also live on his main channel, he took the video down. I still have it. And on one of his other
I got tag out. Oh, this
he
virus.
claims that I am eating. How can I put this in a YouTube friendly
I think
way?
I've debunked the quantum narrative.
Yeah.
How does he
I'll talk to
put that
you all
together and make
later.
that link? Because
All right.
I watched.
Imagine your home kill site.
I'm just
So
gonna
he's
watch
accusing
this and
me
then
of
I'll
that.
finish
He doubled
up.
down on it too. He took the video down on his main channel because he's a coward and he knows that it's a lie and it's slander and that's breaking TOS of YouTube. But he has it up on another channel. I have a link below to the video in the description.
I'm not going to put it in a bottle and breastfeed it to you.
Well, even with all of the evidence that I had, that Ackman had, that Tipster has put together, that even Keemstar has covered this, YouTube is still saying that he hasn't violated TOS. Well, anyway, this is the email that Ackman put together because YouTube was dragging their feet on it. And then they replied to his letter about Quantum TV, and it's not good news. Anyway, I'm going to read both to you, then we'll discuss. I can confirm that after conducting what they say was a thorough investigation, YouTube has found Quantum TV 100% innocent of all charges, and they will take no action against him. By making this decision, YouTube is effectively saying that abuse of the copyright ID tool and DMCA takedowns will never be punished, no matter how extensive, and also slandering people and lying. I regret not actually flagging that video before Quantum TV took it down. I didn't flag it because I just didn't feel like dealing with his craziness, because when people actually flag him or go after him beyond just a video, he will call their mothers. By the way, Quantum TV, in case you didn't know about the whole saga, he called the Actman's mom to complain about the YouTube video that the Actman made on him. And he thought that was okay and that was a normal, socially acceptable thing to do. Keep in mind, this is the same man who could actually dig up and find someone's mother who was a YouTuber, but he couldn't delete hateful tweets that wish death on the LGBTQ plus community. You can't make this up. But anyway, let me continue on with the letter here. Copyright strikes are apparently a weapon anybody can use against other creators. Yes, that's been a thing forever, to threaten their channels and their livelihood. You will face no repercussions for committing perjury and filing fraudulent claims meant to harass others. They are unwilling to investigate anything that is not currently active YouTube link, even if the evidence has been archived on the Wayback Machine. To me, this means you could break any and all of the YouTube's community guidelines so long as you delete the evidence before they can investigate. That's 100% true. I guarantee you, if his video about me was still up where he was making a flat-out lie, which is disgusting as a father of 3 kids, saying that I was the same thing as 445, he would have instantly had his channel taken down. But this is his game. He says and does horrible things. He's been known for doing this for years. Then he sweeps them under the rug, has backup channels, or you didn't see me type it. The video's no longer there, so you can't prove it. That's his MO, because he's garbage. YouTube has taken the stance that hate speech and wishing death on protected communities is perfectly fine so long as you delete the evidence. Their policies on external links is null and void, and you can link your audience to whatever hate speech you wish. They are also perfectly fine with content dedicated towards harassing children/minors that exist on the platform. I'm ecstatic to learn how much advertisers love to appear on videos of content creators harassing children and threatening them with bogus lawsuits, especially if those videos fall within fair use. YouTube is also taking the stance that there is nothing wrong with doxing other content creators' families, revealing the method by which you dox them.
Damn it, fucking ads.
And making veiled threats of violence and direct threats of legal action against other YouTubers' families. That type of content is not only perfectly fine, but is also fully monetizable. Quantum TV's videos threatening my mother are still up and fully monetized. But hey, at least he has a charity where you can donate to puppies on there. That's the thin veneer candy coating shell that, like, look, I'm not a terrible person. I'll just lie and say horrible things about YouTubers to ruin their credibility and reputation, but at least I kiss animals. That's literally what he's doing, and some people are stupid enough to believe it. YouTube, Quantum TV has objectively violated countless rules, guidelines, terms of service, and therefore needs to be removed from the platform permanently. There is no debate. There is only your complacency and inaction. He harassed other content creators on the platform for the last 4 years, and he will continue to do so until you do something about it. YouTube has failed to enforce the following community guidelines in this case: external links, hate speech, cyberbullying and harassment, additional policies, ban evasion, copyright abuse. That is one I proved in my live streams countless times, over and over and over again. He would cry about other people, my intellectual property, even though it's a transformative work because you're adding a whole bunch of content to it. It falls under fair use. And then he would literally rip off like Linus Tech Tips videos. He literally had a clip of unaltered, plain as day, of a Disney movie up on his channel just for algorithm fodder so people could find his channel. That's okay for him to do, but anybody who even talks about him and it's fair use transformative, that's actually legal, he doesn't. No, you're not allowed to do that because it's infringing on intellectual properties. Those are just the rules. I'm Quantum TV. I don't have to follow the rules, but you do, because I have a huge fragile ego and you hurt my feelings. So that's my excuse. And what I hide behind is you stole my intellectual property. But I'll steal intellectual property all day. Harmful or dangerous content policies, child safety policy, spam, deceptive practices, and scam policies. And this is what YouTube replied with. Hi, Actman. I understand the urgency and appreciate your patience while our specialist team conducted a thorough review of the content you shared with us. I'm sure it was very thorough. Meeting was probably 2 minutes. After thoroughly reviewing the additional YouTube links you sent to us, our specialist team did not find any violations of our community guidelines because he deletes all of the stuff that violates it. He deletes it or puts it up on one of his 680 other stupid-ass channels that he has, YouTube. That's why you can't find any. What happened to the YouTube? I remember, shout out to Broken Games HD. There was a time YouTube could unearth your deleted videos. Is that no longer a thing? So you could just say or do something horrific, and if you delete it in time, you can't hold the person accountable? Really? All the evidence out there? Okay. All right. Regarding your claims of abusive takedown requests, I can also confirm our copyright team reviewed all the details you provided and determined that there were no violations. Are you kidding me? The copyright submissions made by other creators were valid, and though they may have been rejected, they were considered a fair request for review. In line with our copyright policy, whenever a copyright submission is accepted, we give the affected party a chance to submit a counter notification. I understand if this is not the outcome you were looking for, but I want to reiterate that our specialist team investigated the claims you shared and our decision stands. If you'd like to schedule a phone call to share additional feedback about your experience on YouTube, then please let us know. But note that our phone call discussion will not change our decision as outlined above. YouTube, are you kidding me? There is so much evidence, YouTube, that has been documented. There's my live streams where he was literally showing the insane, horrible things that he said, and he would deleted all of his social media while I was live streaming to sweep it under the rug. He had a video up on his channel, again, lying about me, calling me EDP445, and there's another video below where he's talking about me, doubling down on those claims that are flat out lies. And you know what? I regret initially not flagging that video where he said that on his main channel because I just didn't want.
I would, but you know me, I don't get on it's either this or the quantum thing that I wanted to do, and I love that Johnny won. I'm glad Johnny won, but I don't want to give that bitch any publicity on my channel.
I don't want to deal with him because he's a psychopath. I'm already on his radar enough because I make these videos. That was a selfish thing of me, and I should have flagged that video for the better good. I know that sounds melodramatic, but it's true, of the entire YouTube community, and that's a mistake I made that I regret. But this
All right,
guy
Lee,
is
bro.
out of control, YouTube. And if you set this precedent that, hey, you can say whatever you want to, just don't be a major YouTuber and do any of these terrible things, because then Dexerto will make an article on it, and then YouTube will look bad. Or if you're a small-ish creator, which Quantum TV, 65,000 subs is still nothing to sneeze at, you could just say and do terrible things, have multiple channels, and when people catch you, just delete the videos and say, oh, it wasn't me. How do you know it was me typing that? How do you know it was me uploading that? Even though it's proven and irrefutable, just delete it. So it's
Yes,
not
you will.
official evidence for YouTube. This got to change. I know the Actman has a video on it tomorrow. I'm very
No, it's not a
interested to
part
see it.
2. It's hopefully
You
my
gotta do better,
last
YouTube.
on him,
Okay.
because it's like, unless he does something beyond fucking retarded, like more retarded than what he's already done, I don't know what to say or do at that point, because YouTube is not going to do anything about it. YouTube sided with him, so that means they side with copyright abuse. But I don't know. Like, I really don't know. But I'm going to get off here. I just downloaded the Wolfenstein Saga for dirt cheap online, so I'm going to get back and play, you know, Wolfenstein, the Old Blood, New Order, the New Colossus, and what is it? Young Blood. Yeah. Thoughts on this whole fuckfest? Quantum TV has officially gave us all aneurysms. I could feel the ulcers pumping into my sides as we speak. So, I'm out, guys. I'll catch you in the next stream in the next video. This is ridiculous.